probably our craziest adventure we've ever had. But in 2017, I was involved in Bible Study Fellowship. I was the teaching leader, and I was interviewing a potential leader to come in the class. And I was visiting in her home, and she had this tall statue in her house. It was a wooden statue of a black colonial soldier. And I asked her about it, and she told me she was a international flight attendant. She had just retired from Delta. But she flew a lot to Africa, specifically to Ghana. So I just offhandedly said, gosh, my husband is a physician. He's always wanted to go to Africa on a mission. Well, the following June of 2018, there we were. There were six adults that went, and then our grandson, who was a rising senior in high school, who had said he might like to be a physician. I said, come go with us. So the seven of us went to Ghana in 2018 in June.
Since that time, 2018, we've been six times total, including this last summer, and we continue to try to go every summer to do a medical mission. And our ministry has changed dramatically from the first time, where it was basically medical care, in which we saw about 500 patients, the seven of us. Next trip, we had two more doctors who went with us, and we saw about 1,500 patients. But along the way, one of the things that we discovered was they had no real water. It was dirty water, drinking out of dirty wells and streams. We put in one well with extra funds that we had, and it was a great hit. But what we were seeing were things like typhoid, cholera, enteric infections, diarrhea, weight loss. People were sick, and we knew it was related to dirty water. So to date, we've installed 69 wells, or drilled 69. We've had fundraisers, and we now have 19 more funded. Within the next month or two, we'll have a total of 88 wells in.
When we first put in our first well, the village that we put it in also did not have bathrooms or toilets. In 2020, I had a tea for toilets and invited women to my house, and was able to raise enough money that we could put in a toilet in that facility. Since then, we have put in 3 more toilet complexes, 2 of them in schools, and then one connected to a clinic that we have done.
We also learned that the lack of opportunity, lack of education is a major problem throughout Africa. So to date, we have 14 young women we are supporting with full scholarships to go to the university there. They will receive bachelor's of nursing, 4-year college degrees when they come out, either public health nurses or the basic nursing, or many of them will go into midwifery and be able to deliver babies and go into the rural areas, which is our focus, is the rural areas. The second trip over, the 7 of us, actually 9 of us went on that trip, and we were met in a village, a rural village that had never seen Americans, or at least come into their village. And there's an obligatory get-together welcoming the people of Africa, are very hospitable, and we were taken to the chief and the elders, and he was looking at us, and through the interpreters said, "We've been praying for 69 years for someone to come help us." Well, it so happened on that trip, when he said that, Gail looked at me and I looked at her, and then the pastor that's with us that goes, all 3 of us were 69 years old. I have never been the answer to anyone's prayer, but at that time I felt like we were. It all starts with God. This is a Christian ministry. We pray before we go. We pray while we're there. We have Pastor Dennis, while I'm seeing patients, is praying for the people. We've preached in churches. He's giving the message while we're doing this. We have obtained talking Bibles as the next thing. I think right now we have 150, and we'll have more when we go. And they're small Bibles. They're actually smaller than an iPhone, that have the Bible on it in English and also in their native tongue, Tree, so they can listen to their Bible. It's solar panel or solar powered. You also plug it in. A lot of places don't have power, so they can hear the word. We also give out religious tracts with it. And so we want to make sure people know that that's why we're there, for the love of Christ. And we say, to God be the glory.